Morning broke over the village, but its usual serenity was absent. The aftermath of the depot's explosion was felt even here, miles from the epicenter. Whispers of the audacious act rippled through the streets, a mixture of pride, fear, and anticipation on every lip. In the commandeered mayor's office, Major Vogel was incandescent with rage. The maps and documents that once adorned his desk lay scattered, victims of his fury. "They dare!" he seethed, slamming his fist on the table, causing the soldiers in the room to flinch. "They think they can defy the might of the Reich with their petty acts of sabotage?" A captain, hesitant and wary of Vogel's mood, ventured, "Major, the communications disruption was well coordinated. We were blindsided." Vogel's piercing gaze settled on the captain. "Find them," he hissed, each word dripping with venom. "Tear the village apart if you must, but I want those responsible." The SS soldiers, fearing Vogel's wrath as much as the resistance, intensified their searches. Homes were ransacked, possessions tossed aside without regard. Villagers were rounded up in the square, the old fountain now serving as a grim stage for interrogations. Claire, watching from a hidden vantage point, felt a chill run down her spine. She knew the price of their defiance would be steep. Her thoughts were interrupted by Luc, who whispered, "They've taken Monsieur Dubois." Vogel, his silhouette dominating the village square, had the elderly historian dragged to the fountain's edge. "You know this village, its secrets," Vogel sneered. "Tell me who did this, and your life will be spared." Dubois, despite his age and frailty, stood defiant. "I know many stories, Major, tales of heroes and cowards. Which would you like to hear?" Incensed, Vogel signaled to a soldier who produced a cruel-looking whip. The first lash struck Dubois across the back, causing him to stagger but not fall. The second, third, and subsequent strikes were met with stoic silence, save for the collective gasp from the villagers. Claire's heart ached, her fingers clenched in impotent rage. Louis, sensing her anguish, placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. "We need to act," he murmured. As dusk approached, a plan was hatched. Using their knowledge of the village's intricate network of underground tunnels, a small group, led by Claire and Louis, aimed to free Dubois and any other captured villagers. Navigating the dimly lit tunnels, they emerged behind the makeshift prison where the captives were held. A few guards, lulled into complacency, were quickly and silently subdued. Dubois, though weakened, smiled as Claire approached. "My dear, you are truly the heart of this village." Their escape was not without challenges. As they neared the exit, alarms blared. Vogel, realizing the prisoners were slipping from his grasp, ordered a frantic pursuit. The chase was intense, a desperate race against time and overwhelming odds. Bullets whizzed past, close encounters kept the group on edge. But determination and intimate knowledge of the terrain gave them the edge. Emerging from the labyrinthine tunnels, they scattered, melting into the village's nooks and crannies. Claire and Louis, guiding Dubois, found sanctuary in the very chapel whose shadows had witnessed so many of their secret gatherings. As night deepened, Vogel, thwarted and humiliated, stood in the square, his vengeance unquenched. The resistance had struck again, a silent promise that the flames of rebellion would not be easily extinguished.